Next.
Order number 10, Committee of the Whole House.
Before that, so rescind that call to order number 10. Yes, the Majority Leader.
Honorable Speaker, I wanted to beg your indulgence on this order number 10 on the Committee of the Whole House, because there are quite a number of amendments that have been proposed to this judge's retirement bill, and which we have agreed with the Honorable Chair, Honorable Murugara, to just consolidate all those amendments and agree so that we do not have too many amendments that may negate the intent of this bill. And we have an agreement that we will be able to do that today and tomorrow, so that we finalize with this Committee of the Whole House on this bill before the end of this week. Therefore, I wanted your indulgence to drop this from the order paper today to a later time in the course of this week.
Murugara.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I do confirm that is the position. We have quite a number of amendments proposed, and even another one is actually being worked on by the Secretariat, and we need just a little more time, and a day or two we'll have finalized, and we'll be able to prosecute the third reading of the bill. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. I concede to the request and order that the matter be stayed and be placed on the order paper on Thursday this week in the afternoon sitting at 2:30. Try and finish up with what you are doing. Next.
Order number 11, the Energy Amendment Bill, Senate Bill number 42 of 2023, second reading.
Before we go to that, Korere.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, I rise on a point of order under the standing orders regarding the dishonorable remarks made by Honorable Member of Kitutu Churches South, the Honorable Anthony Kibagendi, MP, touching on the authority and impartiality of the Speaker and Presidium of this National Assembly. Honorable Speaker, the Speakership of this August House of Parliament, presently held by yourself, embodies the authority, dignity on the office of the Speaker, is not just attack on you, Honorable Speaker, but is indeed an attack on this House itself. Indeed, our standing orders and long-standing Commonwealth parliamentary tradition require that all members show utmost respect and honors to the chair. Failure to do so is not only detrimental to the dignity of the Presidium, but also undermines the order, decorum, and the credibility of the House and its proceedings. Honorable Speaker, it is despicable that, conscious of the revered position of the Speaker of the House, the Honorable Member for Kitutu Churches South, the Honorable Anthony Kibagendi MP, who in the course of his contributions made in platforms outside the floor of this House, made remarks that were disparaging to the office of the Speaker and the Presidium of this Honorable House. For the record, Honorable Speaker, the Honorable Kibagendi made remarks to the effect that you, Honorable Speaker, have auctioned the House. These remarks are quite contemptible, given that we all know very well that the Speaker presides over the House on the principle of impartiality and is guided by the rules of the House. Commonwealth traditions further, the decisions that the Speaker pronounces are not his, they are decisions made by the House, in which the Speaker neither has a say nor a vote. Honorable Speaker, I therefore seek your guidance and intervention on this matter, particularly on whether the Honorable Kibagendi ought to continue to sit in this House and in its committees, as he should be held accountable for his disparaging remarks. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Yes. Deputy Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I think on behalf of the members of Parliament, we want to just say that we take great exception of the words used and the statements made by Honorable Kibagendi while on Citizen TV this morning. I think he has acted in a disorderly manner. He has cast aspersions on the character of the Speaker, the character of the Deputy Speaker, and the character of the entire Presidium. He has also tried to ruin the name of Parliament.
Yes,
He has said
Wanjala,
things
what
that
is
he's
the point of
unable
order?
to substantiate.
Order. Wanjala, what's the point of order?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. The issue the Honorable Member has raised is a very serious issue for somebody to disparage the Parliament in which he's in. I would ask the House, Mr. Speaker, I've looked around, I can't see Kibagendi.
He is there.
Oh, thank you. Proceed, Mr. Speaker.
Go on, Deputy Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Wanjala. Unlike Honorable Kibagendi, we don't cast aspersions on the character of someone or say things about a person when they are not present to be able to substantiate or to be able to defend themselves. The Right Honorable Speaker was not at Citizen TV. It was rather unfair and unbecoming of a member of Parliament to cast aspersions on the character of the Speaker without knowing that the Speaker, full well the Speaker, was not going to have an opportunity to defend himself. I think that is wrong. And if you ask me, Honorable Speaker, I think we should be asking that he be suspended from the House for the maximum period allowable, which is 28 days. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Yes, Mama Migori.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. First of all, on behalf of Kibagendi, I will apologize to this House. Unfortunately, the so-called Honorable Kibagendi is one man who never comes to this House. And even when he comes, he never even contributes. In actual sense, Kibagendi has no reason to be in this House. And his constituents should really be sympathetic to what they did by voting such a man who goes talking about the same Parliament that he doesn't even understand anything about. I have never had this man contribute to anything to do with his constituents. But when he goes on TV, he wants to do showbiz. Honorable Kibagendi, I was elected by over 200,000 votes. You have no reason to go and tell other people that our house has been auctioned. I am here every day as a first-timer working so hard to contribute to my constituents and the country. But you can't go out there to do showbiz out of desperation and embarrass a house that has dignified members of Parliament.
Order, members. Order. Honorable members. Order. Donya, order. Honorable members, this is one case of what lawyers and judges would say, contempt in the face of the court. I happened to listen to this discourse this morning. There was Honorable Robert Mbui, the Honorable Madenge, and the Honorable Kibagendi. I was horrified to hear the things that Honorable Kibagendi said. That this house has been auctioned. I don't know where the auction ring was and who was holding the hammer. That this house is now an appendage to the executive, and the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker have destroyed and ruined this house, and many other things with a lot of anger. I could see Robert Mbui looking very embarrassed sitting next to him as he said all these things. The Speaker of this House does not have a vote. The Speaker of this House does not participate in debate. The Speaker of this House does not generate debate. The Speaker does not bring any motion to this House. The Speaker does not bring any bill to this House. And the Speaker, even when you vote on matters, when you have roll calls, appoints tellers who bring the outcome to the Speaker to announce the results. The Speaker doesn't even count those votes. And I want to tell this House and the country, for the record, that since I became your Speaker, and I'm a God-fearing and practicing Christian, nobody, and I repeat, nobody has ever called me as your speaker to tell me what to do or not to do. And if anybody did, I will reject it. Because you voted for me and I took an oath of office to preside over your proceedings without fear, favor, prejudice, or ill will. And I've done so very diligently. I'm human. I could have made an erroneous ruling. I could have made a ruling that displeases anybody. But the rulings I make here are buttressed by the law. I may misinterpret the law, like many lawyers can do, but that is the right I have as your speaker. So for you, as a member of this house, first to say the house has been auctioned, then you have no business to sit in an auctioned house. So what, and this is not a matter I'm going to invite the member to explain himself, because I saw and heard with my own eyes and ears. So Honorable Kibagendi, you will be excluded from the sitting of this house until you bring a properly worded apology, not to me. I'm used to being insulted, to the house. To the house. For bringing the house in disrepute, and that apology should be delivered to the clerk. It will be looked at carefully. If the wording is acceptable, then it will be brought to the house and you will be allowed to come back to the house. For now, you are excluded from the proceedings of this house, the pressings of parliament, the committee sittings, including your office in parliament. Kibagendi, you are now a stranger in the house and in the presence of parliament. Let the stranger leave the house first. Order, Kibagendi, you are now a stranger in the house. And in the presence of Parliament, Sergeant, ensure that he does not enjoy the facilities of Parliament, including an office provided by Parliament. Yes, Majority Leader.
Honorable Speaker, let me begin by thanking you for the action that you have just taken, Honorable Speaker, because as you have rightly put it, it is about the dignity of this House, not the person of the Speaker. It is not about Honorable Kibagendi as a member of Parliament or even as a person, but about the dignity of this House, Honorable Speaker. And I really want to plead with all of us. Honorable Speaker, if we read our own standing orders, Standing Order 107 and 107A, 107(1)G clearly says that a member commits an act of disorderly conduct if the member makes allegations without adequate substantiation. Honorable Speaker, if you listen to what Honorable Kibagendi was saying on national TV this morning, he had no substantiation of how this house has been auctioned, and even saying very disparaging things about the Deputy Speaker, yes, who in any case was supposed to be in that show, or rather on that show, together with the Honorable Robert Mbui. Honorable Kibagendi is having his first term. He has only been in this house for 2 years, and I must agree with the member for Migori County. The member has never brought a single motion, has never proposed a single bill, and has never in any manner contributed meaningfully to any debate in this house. The best Honorable Kibagendi will do is to be disruptive of other members when they are making very substantive contributions to meaningful business And I honestly sympathize with his constituents. Because when I look at even NGCDF reports, this is one of the most mismanaged constituencies in this country. Therefore, when you find a member disparaging a house he sits in, and indeed I looked at him, Honorable Speaker, and I couldn't help sympathize with the member because he had a lot of misplaced anger. And you could tell he has misplaced anger. And that misplaced anger is not with the house. It is with your own performance as a member of parliament. Honorable Robert Mbui, who was seated on that show, is serving his third term. And I was praying Honorable Robert Mbui would advise him, and I hope you did, Honorable Robert, after the show, that it serves you no good as a first-time member of parliament to disparage and indignify the house that you sit in, hoping or assuming that it will cure other inadequacies that maybe you may have as a member of parliament in your own constituency or out there, that it serves you better when you dignify the house. Because in this house, when you have experienced members like Robert Mbui, like the Deputy Speaker who is also serving her third term now, they are more likely to advise you on how even to conduct affairs in your own constituency other than disparaging. I know the Honorable Deputy Speaker was saying to have fear to appear on the show. And in fact, if you listen, you hear the anchor, the news anchor, or the host of that show correcting him and telling him he even has an apology from the Deputy Speaker because she was tied up in Eldoret and was on the road driving because of the unfortunate strike by KCA officers. And I know there are many members, including our chair of the jailer committee, who are stuck in Eldoret. I know Honorable Samuel Boroto has told me this morning he could not make it because he was also on the road. He missed his flight, and they were stuck in Eldoret for some time. And therefore, the things Honorable Kibagendi was saying should not be excusable for any member, Honorable Speaker. And Honorable Speaker, this is a matter, it is good that you have taken action because I wanted to ask the Honorable Sarah Korere to move that we name Honorable Kibagendi and we commit him to the Powers and Privileges Committee. But Honorable Speaker, let me take this opportunity to thank you because I'll be raising another issue tomorrow. Because in your standing as Speaker, you have done what is right to protect the dignity of this House. Because, Honorable Speaker, whenever a matter is raised, whether it is in committee, in the House, or outside the House, that touches on our dignity, it is all of us collectively, Honorable Speaker. You know, when you hear people are collecting money here and left, right, and center out there, and we do not take a position as a House, then we all stand accused, Honorable Speaker. When we are said to have been auctioned, Honorable Speaker, you know, serious people like Senior Counsel Otiende Omolo, can you imagine? Now, who would auction Otiende Omolo? Who would auction TJ Kajwang? Or an elder like Professor Nyikal? A man who sits through this House from 2:30 to 7 p.m. at times to midnight, when Anthony Kibagendi, who is younger and who is more resilient to sit for hours, hardly sits in this House for 30 minutes. So even when the House was being auctioned, where were you, Honorable Kibagendi? And he should be ashamed of himself, Honorable Speaker. And if he does not apologize, Honorable Speaker, in a manner that is acceptable to the House, Honorable Speaker, we must take more decisive action on the Honorable Kibagendi. Yes, we must take into our Powers and Privileges Committee, Honorable Speaker. And with that, Honorable Speaker, I must say it is very embarrassing and shameful for Honorable Kibagendi to have done what he did.
Take your
and
seat.
thank you, Honorable Speaker,
Honorable
for
members,
dignifying this House.
those who may wish to comment on this will do so when the apology comes. But what I want to encourage you members, there are members in this House, such as TJ Kajwang, James Nyikal, the elders. Bukose is approaching that level, Raso, Rindikiri, Murugara, and others who sit in this House from 2:30, sometimes to 9 p.m., participating in debates. And when you go out there and besmirch the House, don't think that your own character is safe. The moment you say the House is auctioned, you are part of the auctioned material. try and conduct ourselves with decorum. You know, when you go to TVs, know that the whole world is watching. Your wife is watching, your children are watching, your husband is watching, your constituents are watching. We are all watching. And you are privileged to be 290 members out of 56 million to represent the people of Kenya. So you carry enormous responsibility on behalf of our people. How you conduct yourself? 349. I was talking of the constituencies. Minus, Cynthia, I forgot that we have 47 women members of parliament. And there are some very young members of parliament here who I sit in my chamber and I see them participating in debate very meaningfully. Gisairo here is a first timer. I see his production. Cynthia Muge here and others who are first timers, but you can see substance. That I haven't mentioned you doesn't mean that I've excluded you. You are all extremely good people. I want to urge the seniors, TJ and others, mentor these young members of parliament so that the moment you see a camera and a TV screen, you get excited and take leave of what is reasonable. That is not good for this house. And as long as I'm your speaker, I'll protect your dignity and the dignity of the house. I leave it there. Next. Yes, Gikaria, your order has been called. Are you ready to move? Members, Honorable Gikaria says he's requesting, go and put it on record. Give him the mic.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I beg to ask for